This is Kolten Wong for the Seattle Mariners, and you're listening to Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're here in San Francisco with Kolten Wong from the Mariners, and it's good to see you.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on.
And I know you're a dad, right? You have two, is it two boys?
Yeah, two boys, 2 under 2, so we're in the grind right now.
Are you driving the minivan now, or?
No, I think we're strictly an SUV family for as long as I can hold it off, so we'll see how it goes.
Now, I noticed there's a little bit of a theme because your name starts with a K, and then one of your sons is Cash, right, with a K?
Yeah, Cash with a K and Cruz with a K, so just trying to keep the Ks going.
Now, does that start with your parents then, or?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, they wanted to have everybody. My parents are both with Ks, so they wanted everybody in our family to have Ks. And then, playing this game long enough, I had a little logo created, so I thought it'd be cool, for my sons. I mean, regardless if they play or not, at least they can have that to, put on their binders or, stuff like that that'll make it cool for them when they're growing up.
Now, how did you meet your wife?
We actually met in college. she was born in Hawaii, but her parents were in the military, so they moved back to Ohio. And she always wanted to come back, so we met there her freshman year.
So I imagine a lot of FaceTiming throughout the season then, right? Or do they join you on the road?
Not right now. Not with the 2 under 2. We came on a family trip, and that was pretty tough just being there with both of them. I mean, awesome having them here, but it's also a lot of work. So she was like, it's probably maybe my last one. I'm going to come on another one, but not going to be much more.
Now, are the kids sleeping through the night, or are you still kind of getting up and having to put them back to bed?
Yeah, I mean, the oldest one is pretty much sleeping through the night. The youngest one's still he's 2 or 3 wake-ups per night, so it's all good, man. It's cool, to see them do that and go through their transitions, but it happens so fast. So after the first one, me and my wife, we're trying to just enjoy the second one, through the good and bad, just enjoy the grind that you're going through.
Well, when you're not doing dad duty, I read that you grew up doing martial arts, right? So I don't think any pitcher wants you charging the mound, right? You know all the tricks.
A little bit, man. I know a little bit of jiu-jitsu here and there, but honestly, I stopped doing all that when I was about 12 or 13 years old. Just really started wanting to lock into baseball more, but still have a passion for that. I'm a huge UFC fan. I always watch all of the cards, no matter if it's pay-per-view or, fight night. I'm always watching them. So I love seeing, the climb of some of the young guys and, starting to build that repertoire of watching them and seeing how they kind of go about their business.
Who's your favorite fighter there? Are you a Conor McGregor guy, or?
I got to say Max Holloway, man. Throw out to Max. I mean, he's been, a leader for us, in Hawaii, for that generation of kids that want to become UFC fighters. And, I got a chance to train with him at a place in Oahu and stuff. So we built a good friendship, and it's been incredible to see what he's done.
Do you live in Hawaii in the off season, or?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I have a house in Arizona just because of spring training and whatnot, and with 2 kids, it just makes it a little easier, But we go back. I have a house there, and we try to spend as much time as we can. It's just good to kind of just get there and fully relax and reset almost.
And your dad, I know he was a coach and played minor league baseball, went to USC, right? So does he still kind of watch you and send you what he's analyzing when he watches your games, or?
Oh yeah, he does. It's cool, but he also understands that I've been doing this for a long time, so he tries to give me his advice, but he also understands that I've been doing it for so long, and he doesn't want to cloud the process that I have going. So it's cool, man. It's cool to see the transitions because coming up, I didn't have a favorite baseball player. He was my favorite baseball player, So being able to finally take that step and I guess almost surpass him of knowing the game a little more was a cool transition, and it's cool to be able to still bounce back ideas with him when I'm struggling.
Well, speaking of being a player, you're a Gold Glover. So was there any Gold Glovers that you kind of idolized growing up or wanted to be like?
My biggest guy was Jimmy Rollins growing up. Smaller stature guy like myself. I knew I wasn't going to be big. I was always kind of the smaller guy on the teams. So he was a guy that I looked at. Just, the way he played the game and the swagger he went about it and the confidence was huge. For me, always being the smaller guy, I always needed somebody to kind of look up to, and he was my guy. So.
And he's a Bay Area guy.
Yeah, man. And just you can tell he had that West Coast swag to him.
Well, who are you away from the game? I know you're busy being a dad too, but do you look forward to listening to music or a certain show that you like to do when you get your alone time?
Yeah, for me it's music or some kind of YouTube. I'm a big fisherman. I love fishing, so I always try to just watch people back home and see the fishing YouTubers we got there, or even a few bass fishing guys here and there. I just love fishing in general.
What's the biggest one you caught? Do you go for size, or is it a certain type that you're after?
Yeah, just kind of when we're back in Hawaii, we're just going for food. So, I would say probably a mahi was probably one of the biggest ones I got, maybe a 20, 30-pound mahi. Nothing crazy. I don't really get a chance to go out too much. So, when I do, I'm always hoping that I get that one chance to hook onto the big one. And the mahi was probably the biggest one I got.
Well, Colin, it's been fun to meet you. Thanks for coming on the show, and I'll be rooting you on the rest of the way.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me on.